Hey guys, Keegan here back with a brand new video today on the channel, and we are covering a new update coming to Minecraft. This update is version 1.21. So let's jump into the first topic, which is pillagers. Upon killing a pillager captain, you used to just instantly get the bad omen effect. But as of 1.21, to get the bad omen effect, you will still kill a pillager captain. However, the pillager captain will drop a bottle, which the bottle is called the ominous bottle. So, the ominous bottle can be used in 2 locations compared to just a village. So, let me take you to one of them now. You guessed it, we are at a village. So, villagers still have raids, which I'll show you me drinking the bottle now so you know what it looks like. Here we go, drink, there we go. As you see, it still looks the same, but we've got these cool particles going around, and there's the effect on the effect tab. Let me just go into creative to show you the pillagers. Way over here. There they are. Let me just zoom in. There you go. They're the pillagers. There we go. So, yeah, that is now how raids work, using the bad omen bottle. But upon killing a pillager captain, there's a chance for it to drop a level 1 raid or a level 5. So, you might think that you're going in for a plain sailing raid, and you could end up walking out with a max level hard raid. The second place you can use the bad omen effect is at trial chambers. Right, let me show you around the chamber before I show you the bottle. Start the music and let the tour begin. Right, now onto the bottle. As you see, we've got the effect. The spawner will have these blue little particles around it, which means it is ominous. Which basically means it is harder to defeat, but the rewards for it are a lot better than the regular spawner, which we'll talk about later. Whilst we're here, I think we will cover everything to do with the trial chambers, so let's move on. Next up, we're in the trial chambers again to talk about the breeze. So if you have a look, it is basically the same as a blaze. However, it doesn't shoot fire, it shoots wind. Right, let's talk stats. Let's go.
According to my calculations, the breeze has 30 hearts in total.
This mob is also hostile, which means it will attack. Oh! Oh! Ow! That hurt. Oh, let me come to you. Oh, ow. Right, let's get back on top. Whilst Record Review recovers, I will tell you about today's sponsor. So, who is it? Well, drumroll please. Dubby Energy. Dubby is an energy drink company. Here is their website, by the way. So you can have a quick look while I tell you more. So, as you can see, I've stopped it purposely here because they have a starter sample pack with 5 flavours for £15. So, as you see, this is everything you get. A shaker, 2 packs, and then, yeah. So, 5 flavours total you get to try, and then all of this lot. Which isn't bad, I have got to admit. But if you would like to buy energy drinks and save yourself some money, I have the perfect thing for you. Because at checkout, if you use code VIEW10, you will get 10% off your order. If you are interested, use the link in the description below to get this sweet discount. And now, Record Review should have recovered, so let's move back to him. Thank you very much. So, let's move on to the next topic, which is the drops from the breeze. The breeze, like its never clone, the blaze, drops a rod called the breeze rod. This rod can be used in crafting the wind charge, which we will go into more detail about later in the video. It is also used for crafting one more thing, which is amazing. Also, I forgot to mention about the spawner, which is called the trial spawner. You can kind of see it underneath. I'll get a better picture of it now. Here it is. Shrink it down a little bit. There we go. Right, there's the trial spawner. The trial spawner spawns certain mobs. I'll put a list on the screen now and I'll read a few off. Right, so the default value spawns mobs every 40 game ticks, which is 2 seconds. And it spawns 6 mobs, and it adds 2 mobs per extra player. So, that's quite cool. Breeze, it does it every 20 game ticks, which is a second. And it does 2 per total mob. And per player it adds an extra breeze. Read through the rest of that if you want while I go over the next thing. Upon defeating the trial spawner, it will give you certain loot. And I've got a list of each item it gives you right now. So pause the video if you want to read the mobs, and I will put the other list up now. Right, I'm just going to read the important ones off. So, I'll do the trial key, has a 50% find rate.
According to my calculations, that means you have to defeat 2 spawners to get the key.
Ender pearls have a 3.8% find rate, which means you would have to search 26 spawners to find these pearls. I'm going to put a list on screen now to know what mob is in which spawner, so then you're not putting yourself against a hard mob. So I'll put that up now. Right, here are the lists. I'll split them up into sections so you can read it better in a minute. So let's go through a few. Right, here it is in a bit of a smaller form. Obviously, I've not managed to get them all on, but you can see here that a baby zombie spawner is the ones with cobblestone and mossy cobblestone surrounding it. A normal zombie is just a mossy cobblestone. A husk is chiseled sandstone. A spider is cobblestone with a cobweb. Cave spiders spawning with spawners with stone and cobwebs, and pods all with mushroom. So that's interesting to look out for, and I'll put a few more on now. Highlight that section, and here we are onto the new batch of mobs. I left the other ones on the bottom set if you want to read, but silverfish will spawn on stone brick, slime will spawn on moss blocks, skeletons will spawn on bone blocks, the bogged, which we'll get into later, will spawn on bone blocks and pods all with mushroom. Strays will spawn on packed ice, and the breeze will spawn on chiseled tuff, which we'll also show you later. I will re-highlight the other section now for you to have a read through, and pause the video if you want more time. Whilst we're on the topic of spawners, I am going to do the ominous ones next, as I didn't really go into too much detail earlier. But I just wanted to show you the ominous vault with the potion effect, so I'll do that now. Rightio, let's get the ominous vault on the screen now. Perhaps, can we shrink it a little bit, please? There we go, that's better. I'm going to do it the opposite way around this time. I'm going to get you the loot table and then the mobs with the blocks, so that I can do that a lot in one go. Right, here is the loot pool. Look familiar? Let me just give you a quick side-by-side. By looking at it, it looks like the loot pool's the same, except the fact of you get an ominous key, but the chances are slimmer. Because on this one you get an ominous key and it's a 30% chance. So that means you would have to kill 4 spawners basically. Because obviously you can't do free spawner. So yeah. In regards to the mobs, it looks like they're the same as the normal spawner, just harder. Because they will spawn with enchanted armour if that mob can wear armour, or it will just add more mobs to the pack if it can't. But I'll put the article on screen now so we can have a read through. Here is article number 1, and here is article number 2. I've put both articles up so then if you're a fast reader, obviously you can read through it all and skip through this bit if you desire. I'll put a timestamp on screen for you to skip to now. But if you want to read through it with me and get it explained in depth, I'll do that now. So simply, the first article at the top is just saying that ominous vaults spawn mobs with better weapons and armour. That's just the top and bottom of it really. Right guys, I'm going to just take the second article down a minute, just so that then it's easier to condense and read through. Right, now that's that done. The next section says that ominous trail spawners with mobs that are unable to wear armour will spawn double the count during the entire raid. So that's basically saying if you were to do the slime spawner, you would get 2 slimes per go instead of just the 1. And it also says during the challenge it will add an additional mob during that time period of the challenge. But it only happens once. Right here, I'm going to now just go down to the armour so you know what you can get. Right here, now it basically tells you the armour and everything. So, each armour piece has a 50% chance, and it's only for chest plate and helmet. So, that's for each to be missing, by the way. Each armour piece has a chance to be enchanted with fire protection, projectile protection, or protection 4. The armour that the mobs are wearing will not be dropped upon killing them. However, we have got a list of armour that we have a chance to get. So, here is the list of the armour pieces. So, you can either get chainmail armour with the bolt armour trim in copper, which is a 4 in 7 chance, or iron armour with floor armour trim in copper, which is a 2 in 7 chance. There is also a 1 in 7 chance of getting a diamond armour piece with the floor trim with copper as the colouring. So that is all the armour pieces that you could get. Now it's time to move on to the weapons. Right here, so it basically now says that melee mobs with a weapon will be selected from an iron sword, which is a 4 in 7 chance, an iron sword with sharpness 1 is a 1 in 7, an iron sword with knockback is a 1 in 7, or a diamond sword is a 1 in 7. So the odds are quite low for the swords. Let's just shrink this document a bit more to show the ranged mob weapons. Right, so now it says that mobs that spawn with a bow have a 1 in 2 chance of spawning with no enchant. With power it's a 1 in 4 chance, or with punch it's a 1 in 4 chance. I've also just seen this at the bottom as well, which basically says that ominous trail spawners that have been manually placed will continue to spawn the same mob as the trail spawner. So that's basically saying if you place a spawner and then your friend activates it with the potion, it will just spawn the normal spawner mobs. Right here, document number 1 can go back up in its full glory, and number 2 will be getting shrunk down in a minute to go through it. Pause the video if you need more time to read document 1. I just thought I'd put it up so you can have a proper read through without me blabbering on. So now here is document 2 cut down. Right, so this is basically now saying that as long as a player is within the activation range, every 8 seconds it spawns ominous item spawners above any player or mob that was spawned by this ominous trial spawner. So basically, every time you're doing this raid, an item spawner will display a projectile for 3 to 6 seconds, and after that timer is done, it will launch the projectile to the ground, affecting you and the mobs. Right, so it basically then goes on to say that the ominous spawner has 2 sets of projectiles, and one of them is a lingering. Randomly, the lingering potion will get selected by the following ones I'm about to show you. Right, I'm going to go more into depth about potions in a bit, but the lingering ones are oozing, wind charge, weaving, infested, strength, speed, or slow fall. And here is the second list of projectiles, which include arrows, arrows of poison, arrows of slowness, fire charge, or wind charge. So that lot. So yeah, that is both the vaults covered. I think now is actually the perfect time to cover potions. seeing as, well, we've had a few listed in here. I'm going to put the list of everything back up, of the documents and everything, so that you can have another read through, but pause them before they go off, as I'm only showing them for a short time. Pause in 3, 2, 1, and it comes out tomorrow at the time of me uploading this video. So, I shall see you in part 2 of this video, as it is going to be a 3-part series, and then I am going to put the 4th part up, which is going to be the full length video for you guys that prefer longer form videos. So that being said, Keegan View, over and out.